So Joe Biden's presidential inauguration is set to be a star-studded event. Today, it was announced that Lady Gaga will sing the national anthem at the swearing-in ceremony. Jennifer Lopez will also perform. Now, in a separate event, Tom Hanks will host a primetime TV special called Celebrating America. Demi Lovato, a vocal critic of President Trump, announced she will take the stage. And Justin Timberlake will perform a new song that he's featured on with Grammy nominee Aunt Clemens. Yes, despite the star power, the inauguration will be pared down. The entire National Mall in Washington, D.C. will be closed to the public on January 20th due to security concerns. And the parade and also the inaugural ball will be virtual. Wow. This is crazy, Tori. Never in history, right, have we seen something like this happen. It's always a big event. It's always almost like a new chapter. Let's hopefully have faith in the new president. What do you think about all the star power? Are you actually worried that it might backfire and actually alienate the people on the right?
I see what you mean about like Hollywood elite and all these people. I mean, Gaga, J-Lo, Justin Timberlake, they're all mega famous. And so I can see that. What worries me most is the security. I know I'm from D.C. I've never seen a fence on the National Mall in my life. D.C. has museums, and any museum, it's a Smithsonian, is free. You can walk in, you don't have to pay. Now there's fences and you can't get in anywhere. I know all 50 states are on high alert, and I also know that we've ordered about 20,000 National Guard troops to be in place for the inauguration. I want everything to be okay. I'm happy for the fanfare. I'm just not sure I really need it. I just want the transfer of power to happen and we can just kind of move on.
I actually think it's going to backfire.
You do?
I think it comes off out of touch. It comes off, look at all of us with all of our celebrity entourage.
But don't you think it's good for people who really want to celebrate?
In this climate,
yeah, Sam just wants an exchange of power behind a McDonald's. They have to do something.
Well, you have to acknowledge that a lot of people think, and Jeff chime in here, that a lot of people think that Hollywood only sees one way. And if you were to even look the other way, all of a sudden, you know, to Jeff's point, he said many times on the show that you'll be labeled certain. I don't know. I think it's going to come off.
3 of the 5 people were Super Bowl halftime acts. J-Lo, Justin Timberlake, who was at the Super Bowl I was at, and Lady Gaga. So why wouldn't they be alienated then?
We'll see. I think it's going to backfire. What do you think, Jeff?
Al, who performed at Donald Trump's inauguration? How many stars performed there?
Kid Rock and
Scott Baio was there.
No, it was Kid Rock and
Ted Nugent.
Ted Nugent.
Yeah, well, listen, I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole, but like Sam said, if you support, it's just ironic that if you support Republicans, you're kind of at an arm's distance, especially in Hollywood. But if you support Democratic presidents, I mean, you're all in. You know what I mean? At award shows, the inaugurations, whatever it may be, you could speak your voice on how you feel about politics. But if you have an opposing point of view on the Republican side, you're not allowed to speak about that, or you could be banned.
It's a double standard for sure.
Well, no, the Dixie Chicks got banned when they said in England that George Bush was the worst president we ever had. That destroyed their career.
That was also 3 decades ago. I think our climate is a whole different climate right now with social media. And listen, I think Jeff's point, and I agree with him, even though, you know, I have not minced my words on how I feel about the current administration on this show. I do think there's a double standard, and I think that's unfortunate. And if we are ever going to come together, then we're going to have to be able to hear from Republicans and Democrats in order to have conversations without certain Republicans feeling like that they're going to be labeled.
I agree with you on all of that, except all I'll just say is I don't think this is the time. This is the time for at least the side that did win to at least have some breath of relief and to have some celebratory feelings. And Gaga represents a lot of people with sexual violence, and she and Biden have teamed up. And I think at some point the winning team gets to have a moment.
And I agree with you there. I just think it'll backfire.
I hear you.
I actually agree that they should go all in.
Right.
I don't
You think it'll backfire.
Wow.